Slater who kicks off. Parramatta defending the northern end of the ground in the first stanza. Eastern Suburbs, the southern end, and or the scoreboard end. And that's Steve Morris who's going to get up and play it. 12 metres out from Eastern Suburbs line. Gilmister, and he's back towards the quarter line. The Roosters, second at the moment in the Winfield Cup. And that's a good combination there between Tasman and also Trewella.
That's where the Roosters will be looking for their strength, David, in the forwards.
Gary Worth, the first kick in general play of the match, up over the halfway line. Taylor allows it to bounce and now runs it back to the halfway. I think he'll enjoy it a bit more back at fullback today, especially knowing that at halfback is his great pal, Peter Sterling. Parramatta with the ball just inside the Eastern Suburbs Roosters territory. First penalty of the afternoon going the Parramatta Eels way, though, not allowing the Eel to get up and play the ball. Now that's McGahn. And Lydon's going to get the kick in, up over the halfway. Oh, gee, that's a good kick. And Taylor makes a bit of a mess of that. He better get there quickly. French got there, and so too did Smith. And the Parramatta fullback's going to get up and play it, only 12 metres out from his own line. Sterling, it comes away to Chalmers. And Chalmers trying to get around Tasman and also up there Shepherd. The two Eastern Suburbs props do a fair job of containing him.
Well, look at Taylor here. Well, he seemed to miss it somehow. He must have, misjudged that.
Brett Scott standing in the tackle. That's a good pass from Taylor. Away it comes down towards Delroy. Delroy's got it away to Krinkovic. Krinkovic can fly. He's up to the halfway. Good run and good cover defence. Getting across there, David Smith effecting a good tackle, and two youngsters that could well run Davies, sporting Australian colours together. Sterling straight through the middle. Ford over the corner line, and Ford will open the scoring. He's in underneath the post. Parramatta 4, Eastern Suburbs 0.
That was Parramatta Eels of old. It started right on their own try line.
10 metres out, right in front of the post. Another former country boy, hailing from Young, moves in. There's the kick. It's successful. 2 points to Parramatta. And the Eels, after 5 minutes, are leading the Roosters by 6 points to 0.
I've seen East play the last 3 games, David and Stevo, and there's no doubt the major problem in their play, they're not supporting the ball carrier. Players like Shepherd and Tasman are taking the ball up pretty hard, but there's no support play.
Well, both sides have made handling errors, and look at the little man Sterling. Away it comes. Lowry, the pass comes away to Taylor. Taylor gets it away. Krinkovic, in fact, that's Chalmers. Chalmers going for the line, and he's held up. He's only about 10 metres out from Eastern Suburbs line. Taylor, now it's with Mosley. The pass comes back at Scott. On it goes from Sterling. Away to Wynn. Wynn for the line. Wynn will score. Peter Wynn's in. Wynn brings it around. Coben tackles him, but Wynn gets the ball down, and Parramatta are leading 10-0. Back on the quarter line, 9 metres in, the chance to convert the try. It's going away, though. Eastern Suburbs with the ball. Morris, Hall, 30 metres out from that Parramatta line. At 15 metres in from the Michael Cronin stand side of the field. That's the eastern side. Trewella from dummy half. Morris moves in. Morris goes on his own. He's very dangerous from that position. If he can get half a gap. How many times have we seen him do it for St George? Scored tries from that position. Down the centre is Worth.
Well, the Roosters are trying all the moves, but they can't get through this defence. They're going to have to resort to the kick.
Spina, the pass comes away to Hall. Hall back on the inside. Good run from Hall. He's still going. Last tackle against Eastern Suburbs. They're about 19 metres out. Spina puts the kick up. It's coming down about 14 metres out. Taylor going high. It's gone loose. Worth's got it again. Worth decides to hoist it up there again. Back there that time and taking the ball is, I think, Muggleton was it who got it? It was. John Muggleton's got it for Parramatta. An Eastern Suburbs player down in the back play. It's Hugh McGahn. Oh, he's hurt his arm again. That right arm seems to be troubling him. I hope it's only a knock and not a break, but he does look in some sort of pain and agony, the New Zealand captain and the Eastern Suburbs captain.
There's no doubt, David, that McGahn flew very high to tap that ball back for Worth, and he landed very, very heavily on the arm.
Oh, it's hanging from his arm, from his shoulder. Look at that, the brave attempt at affecting that tackle, but look at the way he's holding that arm.
He's in a lot of pain, David, and remember, it was at Henson Park when he got that injury.
And good thinking, he's got the ball back to the halfway line.
Well, once again, they're catching Eastern Suburbs on the hop with this quick play of the ball.
Now,
they're getting ground all the time.
And look at that Ford. He had a great game last week against Cronulla. And now Wynn takes it up, and Wynn going down the centre of that ruck. He can't get it away. Krinkovic tackled without the ball. Sterling puts the kick in. It comes off Lydon's hand, and Worth has made a bit of a mess of that, but he might have been a bit unlucky. Sterling. Away it comes to Scott. Scott, the work move with Taylor. Taylor got it away. It's gone back to Laurie, and Laurie can't get his pass away to an unmarked Scott. He's only about 6 metres out, though. That's Mosley. Away to Sterling. Sterling pops it up for Scott, and Scott's in under the post. I think they were going to switch it back this side of the field as it comes away to Sterling again. Now out wide, taking that pass well was Ericsson. Ericsson, oh, he can't get his pass away. Wynn was backing him up. Muglen was on his outside. Ericsson plays the ball. Wynn throws the dummy on his own, and Wynn's almost there. Wynn almost got that ball over the line. Good defence, though, on the last line by Eastern Suburbs. Last tackle against the Eels. The Sterling's kick, and he's gathered it and scored. Peter Sterling deserved that. It's 20 points to 2.
Thinking all the time. Lovely kick through, down through. If it pops up, in it goes. What a great try.
Peter Sterling. I don't think there really are enough words in the English dictionary to describe how brilliant he is. Slater moves in to convert the Sterling try, and he's successful. In the back lane, Lydon's down injured.
He copped a bit of a high one there. As he got the ball away, Lydon. Oh.
Hastings. And there's a couple of forgotten names in the Parramatta club at the moment. You notice Paul Mayers, Brian Jackson, Steve Ella, Eric Growth. Now Ericsson has had a lot more opportunities in the second half to display his wares. Young man who played for City early in the year. Now Mosley, a dummy half. It comes away towards Steve Sharp. Open side Sterling. The pass. In the end, it finishes up with Wynn, and Wynn taken very high by Gilmister, but the referee says across the shoulders. The two Eastern Suburbs players, I think, have clashed heads, and they're both flat out on the ground. It's a handover. East will get possession. The referee, though, has called time-out, saying that he wants both players looked at. Ericsson, Mosley. Mosley, the dummy. It's been a pretty fast game, too. Wynn. He's got that away. Now, that's Mike Eden. Eden over the halfway line. Eden tries the little chip and chase, but Sterling's grabbed it, and look at Peter Sterling. Go Sterlo, and he's in. What a try. Peter Sterling. Take your hat off to the man. He has been everywhere. Parramatta have absolutely slaughtered the Roosters, and Peter Sterling finishing off that fine kick from Eden. Parramatta leading 26-2.
Beautiful play by Eden. He came back inside, beautiful step, realised there was nobody there. Kick through, now he gets impeded there. The referee was looking towards to give the penalty, but who pops up out of nowhere? Maestro himself, Sterling. Magnificent try. Well deserved, head-on shot. Good play by Wynn, fends away, gives himself room. There's Eden, watch the step. Comes through, realises there's no one at home at full-back. Kicks through, then he gets pushed to the ground. Here he comes. The man of the moment, the man of the match. You could have given him the award at half-time. A great try.
Slater from on the quarter line, a chance to add the extras. It's pretty good, but it's across the face of the goal. And so Rod Slater, the prop forward, who's had an absolute blinder this afternoon. 3 out of 5. I don't think there's ever such thing as a good loss.
Well, it sometimes can shake you out of complacency, David, but with so many injuries, and it's the manner of which their defence has been shot to pieces, it's going to be a big problem for Artie Beetson to build them up from here on in to go to the semi-finals.
So they've still got another chance here. Parramatta, the chip into the in-goal area. Bit of indecision, but they just managed to fall on that loose ball. It's a big kick too, up over the halfway. That's a monstrous kick. Won't do them much good. Eden with it. Feigns the kick. Is taken by Johnston.
There's David French. Not too happy.
He's hobbling around. The last thing Arthur wants to see is another one.
That's for sure, David. They're like it's like a hospital bench down here.
And Peter Wynn's gone straight through. He's still going, Wally. And Peter Wynn And hasn't he had a big game this afternoon? 10 metres out from the eastern suburbs line. They're not finished with yet, the Roosters. Sterling still barking instructions to them. I should say the Eels, as it comes away now to Scott. He's got it away, Slater. The pass to Ericsson. Ericsson back to Sterling. Sterling on his own. Sterling looking for a hat-trick. Can he get there? It's a hat-trick for Sterling. What a comeback as the captain this afternoon. And Peter Sterling has scored 3 of the best.
And you've got to remember, this guy played his heart out for Australia on Tuesday night. You'd think he'd be absolutely out on his feet.
So Peter Sterling, he should get the 3, 2 and the 1 point in every man of the match award this afternoon. And I'm certain that in Rugby League Week this week it'll be interesting to see whether it is possible to get a 10 out of 10. He'd have to go close.
I'd give him 11.
Morris from dummy half. Long pass there from Melrose to Smith in a bit of space. He can't keep it going. And on the outside was Hall, and there's the siren, and a listen to the crowd. For one of the few times this year, the Parramatta fans stand to a man, stand to a woman, and they will give this young man and this young Parramatta team a standing ovation for one of the most incredible wins of the season. A stunning upset, a thrashing. And there he is, the man that engineered it all, Peter Sterling. A sterling job and a sterling performance from Parramatta. 32